Tom from Drunken to the Sun.
Another funky funk, drunk episode coming to you courtesy of Drunken to the Sun.
And then your life's work could have been ahead of you.
Tom and Joe from Drunken to the Sun.
Join us every week on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Spotify.
Yeah. Podcast that's about anything and everything under the sun.
Check it out.
Joe's drunk.
Yeah, we both are fucking drunk.
Stop it. Welcome
this.
to Drunken to the Sun with Joe and Tom.
Hey, you know what? I thought I was starting this. Anyways, welcome to Drunken to the Sun, and tonight we got a special episode lined up. As a new guest, Joey, right?
Joe.
Welcome to the show, Joey.
C.O. Joey.
C.O. Joey. Thanks for joining us. And I just wanted to start this off with a couple
They
questions.
call them screws. That's what a CO is, a screw.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Why are they called that, Joey?
I have no idea.
You don't
I've
know
never heard
that?
that one.
You never heard that before?
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah. I guess that's an old-timey one.
Okay.
I heard it when I was locked up, but, yeah, whatever.
Anyways, I wanted to start off this show with asking a couple questions. So, Tom, everybody knows that you've been to the pen.
Only if they've been tuning in to Drunk Under the Sun.
Yeah. But how was it that you got there?
Well, I was a dumbass. I was a smart ass.
Mm-hmm.
I was all in between. I was out of control.
All right.
Out of control.
Yeah.
You know, but
I think people can guess that.
But that.
All right. Well, you had your shot. What got you into being a CO? What was that about?
I mean, good job, good paying job, state job.
State job.
That's what everybody wants, right?
Like the benefits and.
The benefits was good.
That's nice. Yeah, I can see the appeal there. Did you? Is that something you always wanted to do, or?
I wanted to be in a law enforcement field.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I can respect that. I mean, it does sound kind of appealing to me.
Yeah.
The first time you see someone coming there for the first time, do you see how the other inmates react to it? Because there's a different reaction that you react. Everyone's like, "Oh, who's this?"
Oh yeah.
I
can see
Hey,
that.
New meat.
Who's
New
this?
meat.
New me.
Yeah, yeah.
Possibility unless they've been in prison already and then they
So you experienced that? You saw people come in repeatedly?
repeatedly.
Yeah. So people knew them in jail or would be like,
Yeah,
"Hey, welcome
yeah.
back," type shit.
Yep, yep.
That's wild.
You know what's
Yeah.
wild? I was in there, right? I was in MCI, and 509-115. Anyways, that's my number. Anyways, Joe probably has a different number, but
My starts a little different than that, but
Yeah.
you know.
yeah, you know what I mean. But I seen repeat offenders when that short time I was there. Because in my opinion, 3 years is short time.
Yeah.
Compared to these
I can
other
agree
motherfuckers.
with that. Yeah.
These other motherfuckers in there that have 7 years, been there for life, and
Yeah.
never getting out. I had a few cellies like that.
Multiple 7-year terms. Too.
Right, multiple that too. I've seen that. But I seen one dude come in. The first time I met him, he was only there for fucking a year, I think. He got out. Within 6 months, he was back.
Oh shit.
We're like, what the fuck, dude? Because he got back because in where we live at, there's a law that certain felonies, even though you do your entire time, they give you more time if you fuck up on probation. So then you get sent back.
Okay.
It's called PRC, post-release control.
Oh wow.
And they gave it to me. So I did 3 years. And I had 3 years of post-release control.
That's all. Wow.
Which, if they wanted to, they could violate me and send me back for those 3 years of post-release control.
Wow.
Even though I already been sentenced and did my 3 years.
Wow.
That's fucked up.
That's pretty serious.
That's what's fucked up in the system.
Oh yeah.
In my opinion. Because that's like, what the fuck? You know, what the fuck? You know?
While you're a CO, like, anybody stand out? Do you have any memorable faces? Like any crazy shit? Like anybody that was just like, what the fuck?
Like inmates?
Yeah, inmates. Yeah.
I mean, you see crazy shit all the time.
What's one of the craziest? Like what backstory? What got him in there? What was the craziest thing you heard when they got in there?
Did he have to go to the hole afterwards, or is he good? Because there's a difference. You can see have crazy shit happen and not go to the hole.
Oh yeah, no. Craziest thing you heard that got him in prison or in jail.
Oh,
Yeah.
just initially.
I mean, I've heard stories from where they
Yeah, and
snuck
you don't
them
know
at
if
the
they're all
club.
true either.
Yeah, a lot of them's not true. So a lot of people
They lie.
that might be in there for life will say they're in there for murder.
But it's really
They're-
child molesters.
The truth.
That's
Wow.
a fact. That's a fact.
So that you don't even know. Like half the time when
As a CO, we can look that stuff up.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can look
But you're not supposed to.
Oh, okay.
Because they don't want you to see a child molester
And get mad.
and
Yeah.
then tell another inmate, hey, he's a child molester. Or hear from CO to CO talking about, hey, this dude's a child molester. Because then you can get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what convicts do?
What's that?
If someone tells them that, they call up, hey, so and so, their baby mama or their cousin or their friend or their mom or anybody or dad, be like, hey, so and so number such, check them out in the DOJ website, because you can go in our state's Department of Justice and find every inmate that's in there and see the list of charges.
Okay, so
that's what convicts do. So someone goes in there like, man, I'm here for 15.
So like a new guy?
Yeah, they can do that.
Like...
Exactly, they're legit.
Yeah, a lot of them do phone checks.
Wow, that's crazy.
Definitely if, say, I'm an inmate and Tom's an inmate, we're trying to...
And his story doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And then he's going to call on me.
Wow.
Because now he wants to check my...
So you're checking the outside, be like, hey, what's this guy really in for?
Yeah. What's he said he was in there for this armed robbery, triple homicide. He's doing fucking 25 to their life.
And then when they say,
he's like,
it looks like he's
his first number. And it's his first number. And I got one fight in the joint. I only got one fight in the joint.
Oh shit.
How many fights did the CO get to?
Yeah. Were you involved in any fights?
I was attacked.
Were you attacked? What happened? What happened? You don't need to go into names or like, what did he do though?
I mean,
attacked him.
I was going to do my round. He was mad at my partner, and we ended up, he tried to swing on me, and
he just swung on you?
Yeah, and I went down, MMA.
That's right, took his ass out.
Pulled him in, he was done. He said, he didn't want to fight no more.
He's like, no more, sir.
So I released him, because that's what they said.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Be like, all right, if he gives up, you
yeah, but I shouldn't have, What if he would sucker punch me?
Yeah.
Most of them
would have. For real. So that was the only altercation you had?
I mean, I've used force before other times, but that was the only
as
real
a CO
big altercation.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've used pepper spray on inmates and stuff.
Why? What was the best reason? What happened? What happened?
Going across the yard, big fight broke out.
And you just
couple gangs. I mean,
oh really? What gangs were they?
Me and my partner, he tackled the inmate. The inmate was rolling around, and
while he was being
I gave him a short burst.
I'm done.
Yeah, he was done after that.
So what gang was he affiliated with?
He was there was the Heartless Felons, and I believe the GDs.
Ooh.
Did you encounter any of them?
I met a GD.
What is GD, by the way?
Gangster Disciple. They're out of Chicago.
Oh,
they originated in Chicago. The Gangster Disciples. He was my bunkie. I had a bunkie who was from Chicago, and he had a 6-point star with GD on his shit, and he was older than me. He was older. One of my only bunkies that never asked for shit, never said not once ever. It was like, hey man, you got any? But I would actually, because he never asked me. I was like, hey man, because he never had no money, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, Chi-Town, you want some coffee or something? And he's like, yeah, I'll take some. I'm like, here you go, right? But he never asked for it.
All right.
And that's why I gave it to him. My other bunkies I had a few of them. They were just like, yo man, you got some coffee? I'm like, nope, not for you. And they're like, man, you got a whole fucking thing, sack full right there, man. Because in prison, you get a sack of coffee. You don't get a tub, you get a sack. Right?
All right.
So fucking it's keefy. Yeah. So you get this coffee and you fucking it's instant coffee and this the shit.
All right.
It's like fucking cracking that bitch.
So would you say that Chi-Town was your best bunkie? Was he your favorite?
Honestly, he probably was my favorite. Because he didn't. Now I had neighbors that were my favorite too. That they were.
But as bunkies.
As a bunkie, yes. Because all the other bunkies I had were annoying. I got in a fight with one of my bunkies.
Oh shit.
Because he was just fucking an idiot. This fucking idiot. Oh, he's just a fucking idiot. And one night, he always the bed would shake. It would shake at night.
He's up there jerking off as well.
That's what I thought. So one night, it was like the third or fourth night he did it. It was like because he wasn't in my bunkie very long. I said some shit to him. I said, hey man. He's like, what? I said, hey man, I don't give a fuck if you jerk off. I don't give a fuck. I said, we're men. That's what we do. We jerk the fuck off in the morning, right? I said, just please take it to the shower. I was like, just don't do it in the bed. I said, I'm right underneath you. He's like, I don't jerk off. I'm a Christian. I'm like,
what?
I go, dude, you got pornos in this fucking drawer. He's like, he got up there, I laid down. I turned my TV off. Fucking. It was right before the last count.
Yeah.
And then the bed started shaking. I'm like, motherfucker! So I jumped out of my bed. I jumped out of the bunk. I stood up. And he's got the fucking bunk. And that's what I think he was doing. Instead of jerking off the whole time, I don't think he was jerking off any time. I think in the end, what I thought was jerking off was him doing this. Because when I confronted him, he had the back of the bunk, because there's a bar on the bunk, right? He grabs it, and he's twisting it. And I'm like, what are you doing? And this is what he does. He's like... and like that fucked up. I'm like, motherfucker! I'm like, this fucking piece of shit. He's testing me at that point. And then he jumps down from my bunk, and he goes in the day room. And then like fucking 15 minutes later, they go, count! So everybody's got to go back to their bunk, and they got to count. And he comes back, and he's getting ready to step on my locker box. I said, don't touch my fucking shit! Right? And he goes, what? I said, don't touch my fucking shit. And I stood up. And he said, what are you going to do? And he's like, what are you going to do, Tom? You big man? Or some shit like that. I said, motherfucker. And he's like, tap. And he grabs me, and he starts shoving me back. I'm like, my TV. I'm like, fuck. So I grabbed him, and I twisted him around. I twisted him around, and I started kneeing him. And on the third knee, he caught my knee and fucking spilled over into this guy's bunk. Because we were in double bunks, and here's single racks right here. Yeah. So you got a row of double bunks and a row of single bunks. This guy was in his bed, crashed out. And this guy who had my leg pushed me onto his bunk. Dude's like, what the fuck? And the guy's over top of me. And he's got me like this. He's got his hand here. And he's like this. I'm like, fuck! And this time, I don't know jujitsu. Right? I don't know jujitsu. If I knew then what I know now, I would have broke his arm in a second, right? Or put him in a fucking arm bar real fast. But instead, I throw my arm around his head, and I take my other leg, and bring it up here. And I take his arm, start pressing it, and I'm fucking. I don't know why I fucking had this leg here. I think I was just trying to hold him. I'm pressing this arm. Next thing you know, CEOs are ripping this apart, and I'm like, fuck you, fucking bitch. And everybody in the dorm's just like, what? Because I was in the dorm at this time. And they're like, what the fuck? Because they've never seen me like that. Because I was always just calm, cool, Tom. Who never said shit to no one. Who studied this Spanish like a nerd. We watched cartoons every fucking Saturday on a channel his parents didn't even have. But he had it because he was in prison. That was me, right? And they're like, everyone's looking at me like, what the fuck? There were so many people when I got out of the hole, because I had to do 10 days in a hole for that.
10 days?
Sucked. Yeah, 10 days.
So the beef is just squashed after they fight once? Like,
a lot of times. I mean, most of them, if they're not gang members, it's squashed because the beef's done.
Because somebody won. Somebody got their ass kicked and somebody didn't.
Yeah, so you either got your ass kicked or you didn't. So you're like, hey, I'm done. I don't need to fight again.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's weird.
You beat me up the first
Is that
time.
the way you would feel?
Well, yeah.
I
mean,
because
that's pretty much what. I mean, like when you fight someone, like, because at that point, have you ever gotten in a fist fight?
Never.
I've gotten in many of them, and I mean, usually, like, unless it was like a really hardcore beef on the street, anything else is like, even times on the street, you fight someone, it's like, okay, we're good, okay, because you tested their ego, they tested your ego.
Okay, and there's a winner. Basically.
Yeah, because now, if you got beat up,
yeah,
knowing, you see this guy again, knowing that you got beat up by him, would you fight him?
Nah, you're right, I guess you're right.
I don't need to lose 2 times.
Exactly.
If I got my ass handed to me the first time, I'm done.
Exactly.
All right.
Now, if it was like a toss-up, I might fight you again. Let's do it.
Like if you were like, I bet I could have done it.
Yeah.
Like last time you just had this, I got you.
Yeah. We had to stop because CO was coming.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, fuck it.
But no, yeah.
But
no, he's right.
So, as a CO, did you ever catch anyone trying to sneak in stuff to other people, like sneak in the prisoners?
All the time.
What'd you find?
Tobacco, marijuana, Suboxone.
Anything, yeah, Suboxone.
A lot of the stuff's now Suboxone. It's as simple as getting a spoon from the chow hall and dripping a little water on it, and they put it in their eyes. They get fucked up.
Wow, that's wild.
They was like, I don't know nothing about this.
No, man, I never heard about anything in your eyes. What the fuck? But,
I don't know. There was one time where I smoked a joint in my 3-year little stint. Besides,
how'd you get it?
Right before, I don't know. This is what happened. I was sitting on the toilet taking a shit, and
here's a joint.
You laugh about it, but yes. Because what happened was the guy who was not my neighbor, because it was my neighbor. All right, so when you're in a dorm, everyone around you is your neighbor, right?
Yeah,
you got your next doors and you got your across.
It's like an apartment,
pretty much, because you have your little space. And you don't go in his space, you don't come in my space.
Yeah.
You get this little space, right? But I had a neighbor across the way from me from Columbus. And we used to chop it up and kick it and shit. He was a crip from Columbus. So I'm sitting there and taking a shit. And my neighbor from across the way sits down. And he looks around and he's like, because you have matches and you have lighters that you can fucking do. I think he used a match because of the smell. He used a match and fucking lit it. And he passed it over to me. I'm taking a shit. And he's like, here. I'm like, I got no money, dude. I can't. I got no money. I'm not going to owe you. He's like, no, man, don't worry about it. I'm like, okay. And I say joint. I don't mean like some. It was tiny as fuck. And at this point, I'd been like a year and 3/4, so a little over half of my sentence. I hadn't had anything except ooch in county jail, which was my first 4 months, right? So he hands it to me, and I'm fucking toking it, and I give it back to him. I'm looking around like, is you blow smoke in the toilet, and flush the toilet, and that's the theory. That it can go down, that it goes down, and it smells like shit. This is my science, and it worked. Because no CO was like, I smell pot. No CO was doing that. We're like, I'm looking for the COs. I'm looking like shit. I'm about to be high. Right? Like that. The whole thing I'm thinking is, he said I didn't have to pay for it. He's going to let me hit it. I'm about to be high as fuck. I haven't smoked anything in over a year, right? I'm sitting there like, he's like, here. And the rest of it, like a little roach. And he's like, here, man, finish it. He got up on the toilet. Like, he didn't have to take shit. He pretended to take shit. He'd smoke a joint. And he let me hit it. And he gave me the rest. I'm like, yes. Flushing the toilet. Why is that guy doing that? And the CO would see this because here's the bathroom area that comes up here. So my eyes would be like.
I can picture.
Yeah, I mean, so I'd be doing that, and I got done taking a shit. And I'm like, this was the greatest shit ever. I went to my bed, I laid in the bed, and I had a TV at times I was watching TV, and I'm like, okay, any minute now I should really be high. And I'm not, right? And I didn't get high, not at all.
Oh,
I was not high, I was like, what the fuck? And then this stroked my mind, because I was pissed. I'm like, I didn't get high. And now, when they do a random piss test, which I've been hit already twice, I'll get hit again, and I'm going to fail it. You go to the hole for that shit.
Shit.
Yeah.
Did you ever smell weed when you were working? Did you ever catch on and not give a shit, or?
I don't think as much weed as cigarettes.
Just cigarettes? And they're not allowed to have cigarettes?
No.
No?
No, a lot of times COs will bring dip in.
Oh, yeah?
That's not allowed. They chew it, they throw it on the ground, right? Those inmates pick that up, put it in some paper, and take it back to their cell. They run it under some water and leave it out on the windowsill.
That's sanitizing.
It's some fucked up shit and then they smoke it.
Wow. That is disgusting.
Yes. so if you're that desperate, I guess have it.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
And I was that desperate apparently, because I smoked some shit, and I don't know where it came from, how it got there, but I did. So it's probably in someone's ass. At some point in time, I'm like, and I'm sitting there going.
He done smoked some weed out of someone's
ass. Didn't even get high.
Well, they
the
had some
fuck?
shit weed, ain't it?
Literally.
So if you would smell it, you'd be like, whatever, they earned it, kind of thing.
They earned it.
You go. And a lot of times, but you may say, hey, I want 2 soups, and I'll give you 2 soups.
2 soups, just like soup.
No.
Ramen noodles.
Ramen noodles.
Ramen noodles, yeah, you call them soups. And you can make anything out of them.
That's your base for everything that you cook.
Everything.
Do you guys have microwaves?
Yeah,
They
in the day room.
2 to 3 microwaves.
In the day room.
You guys live some
And I'll tell you this, that
living.
if I would start up
No shit.
if I'd start up like a restaurant, I'd have inmates come and cook for me.
Huh.
Just because of what they can cook.
At a rock.
With nothing.
Never know.
Really?
Dude, seriously. Like, I've seen people make pizza out of ramen noodles. Because, like, the ramen noodles, they crush it down, and they make it all around, and then they cook it a little bit in the microwave.
Yeah.
Pull it out, and it's hard, and then they put their sauce on, their smoked sauces.
And I tell you what, it looks and smells good.
It's
They make
just
burritos.
like pizza, bro.
Hey, they make burritos like the size of that pipe right behind you, right?
And shit like that is a joint effort.
Yeah.
Like, there's many times, like a bunch of people would come at, like people, like I knew a couple people in my dorm, right? I'll pitch this in, you pitch this in, you pitch this, and that's what you would do.
So it'd be an even.
And then everybody would get a piece of it. So anybody who pitched into it
Teamwork.
got it. I went in on a pizza once. A lot of times I refuse that because I went on a couple times. I went like Day Day. This dude from Cleveland named Day Day. I went in, but he was across from me because I was in a single bunks at this time in 5 dorm, and he's here and I'm here. So that's how we met. And he's like, hey man. One time he's like, hey man, you want to go in on a casserole? I'm like, why not? And he's like, bet. So then fucking, and then he came back to me and he's like, okay, you got your shit? I'm like, here you go. I think I had pepperoni or some shit. I can't remember what I gave him.
Pepperoni?
Yeah, you had summer sausages and pepperoni. You have all that shit.
But some sausages you gotta cut yourself though.
You gotta cut yourself. I'd rather have pepperoni.
With a butter knife.
So it was something. It was something. And I gave it to him. And he came back and he goes, here you go. Oh, serious, like with this fucking big ass portion. With this big ass portion of like this big, like picture a bowl like this, and you had it sliced like this. I had this part.
Yeah.
So it was covered like this, because the bowl stands this tall. You pull it out, bloop, bloop. That was my spot. I'm like, bet. I was eating so good. I can't remember what I was watching that night.
Hey, I used to come home. My old lady was like, "You're crazy." I would be trying to make them because the inmates would be like, "Hey, this is how you cook this, this, and this," and then I'd go home.
It can't be done outside.
Yes, it can be done outside. I mean,
and he's doing it outside. But that's what's funny.
But that's the reason I said if I would own a
restaurant,
I would hire ex-inmates
See how
to
he's
cook for me.
influenced by.
It's because they can cook. Like, how can you make a brownie out of
Gourmet
nothing?
meals.
Yeah.
They make brownies. Yeah, you can make brownies.
Like, and cakes.
Granted, a lot of that
What
shit.
the fuck?
Oh yeah, dude.
Hey, and it smells way better than any of the food out here. Like, it's like, how are you doing this?
That's wild.
And they're going around slinging this stuff. You're not supposed to allow it, but that's something.
It's good.
But if they're keeping the peace, or they're keeping the peace.
It's different if they cause you trouble. But if somebody doesn't cause you trouble, then don't cause them trouble. Because they're trying to make $1.
Exactly.
You know what I
Especially
mean?
if they're a lifer.
Because somebody may not get no money in prison. So that cookie they may have made off somebody else, and now they're making their money back to buy more shit, so they can continue to
Economy.
They're operating their own bakery, but
it's an economy.
So I don't want to try to shut them down if they're not causing me no trouble. Now, if they're causing me trouble, I'm shutting shit down. I'm going to make you look. You know what I mean? I'm going to make sure you don't sell no more.
I don't blame you for that. And that's fucking dope. I was watching because I had my own TV. I was like, fuck everyone here. I'm getting my own TV. That was the only thing I said. I said, Mama, the only thing you gotta do is just give me a TV. That is it. I said, I don't want anything else. I just need a fucking TV.
I don't care.
I know it's June, but give me my Christmas present now.
I don't need no fucking.
I don't need no clothes. No tidy whities, just give me a goddamn TV. When I got my TV, it was the best day in the world. I was like, yes! I'm not in prison no more.
How big was it?
The TV, the square screens are fucking a normal, like TV's like about this big.
Probably like a 15-inch.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't bad.
So they can't pick them out? You guys supply it? Be like...
Yeah, it's see-through. Nowadays they're flat screens, but back probably when he was there, they were regular TVs.
No, they were regular little TVs. Like imagine back in the day, your black and white little TV you had.
Yeah.
Imagine the exact same thing but color and see-through. So you can see everything.
Oh, so he can't hide shit in it.
Exactly. And so, man, yeah, Joey, thanks for tuning in to Drunken Under the Sun with Joe and Tom.
And Joey.
And Joey. C.O. Joey.
Hey, you guys.
He's our second guest. It's just fucking dope.
30 episodes.
So we're cruising. So every 30 episodes we have a guest.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Tune into the next 30 to see who's our next guest.
Oh, yeah.
Probably my beer can. So thanks for tuning in to Drunken Under the Sun podcast about anything and everything under the sun. That's Joe. I'm Tom. This is The Trip with C.O. Joey and Convict Tom.
And just me.
And just Joe. We gotta end it proper. Peace, y'all.
See ya.
Drunken Under the Sun.
Join us every week on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Spotify.
Yeah. Podcast that's about anything and everything under the sun.
Check it out.
Joe's drunk.
Yeah, we both are fucking drunk.
Stop it.